I thought I would record this while I'm tinkering around my house. Today, I'm actually taking the shells off of cacao. It's been dried. But I thought I would talk about costing, a little bit about numbers. I'm a numbers person. And last night, I was talking to my daughter. That's what was happening. I was messaging her, and I regularly, check flights. What are ticket prices to anywhere from here? Because a good sale might come on and inspire me to pack a bag and go, because I have a backpack and will travel. I need to get my passport renewed because I'm almost out of pages. I got spots in the middle of pages, but I think I may be on the very last page, and I think it may even have the stamp. So I'm talking about going somewhere, but I need to get my passport renewed. But freedom, I have said so many times that people don't understand how cheap freedom really is. And I thought today I'm going to talk about the numbers of it, what that really looks like, because I think sometimes it's too, nebulous of an idea for people to really understand how cheap freedom is, and really talk about that in relation to this year's Heal Together Focus, which is the Umbrella House program. Individuals participating in it, or individuals wanting to learn how to create umbrella houses, either as part of or not as part of our Global Underground Railroad. Healing houses globally. This is a model that I have been working with for the past 6 years. Domestically, initially, the pilot took place in the United States, and then eventually here internationally, and looking to expand that programming, looking to increase the number of healing spaces and places that are available for individuals to live or to stay or to heal, places to go and be able to heal in a supportive environment. But I wanted to really focus on the numbers of it today. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you what motivated that. My grandson, that's what motivated it. I've been begging his parental administrators to bring him down here to Ecuador, as he calls it, Ecuador. And so he can come and play with his grandma blanket. We have things planned. We're going to ride the red bus. We're going to take the train. We're going to go ride the cars at the mall that we can drive around. There's a new playground space right here in the plaza they're building near my home. There's a particular park that has rope bridges, kind of like a roller coaster that I want to take. I've been scouting out stuff. And so every now and then I watch tickets and, check with Life to see what's happening, and send information to perhaps one day motivate his parental administrators to actually get the tickets booked and bring him down here, because he's too little to come by himself. And Grandma Blanket is not responsible enough to have little people here that she has to be fully responsible for. They need their parental administrator when they're that little, single-digit numbers. So as I was doing this, a thing that I do sometimes, Spirit Airlines has been good to me. I don't care what anybody says. Spirit Airlines, in my first year especially, thousands of frequent flyer points. I took a lot of trips in the first year, going back and forth, 10, 11 maybe, just back and forth to the States, and some commitments that I didn't want to get let go of, that I wasn't ready. It wasn't time. The assignment wasn't over, and some commitments that I kept required me to come back pretty frequently in my first year abroad. But I looked, and my old friends, with account opened and 10,000 points, frequent flyer miles still sitting there in my rewards, I saw a ticket for $58 from Atlanta to Guayaquil, which is the preferred airport when I come and go. And I said, $58. $58 to freedom is what that means to me. For me, I had that experience, not quite that cheap, but I think on one trip, my ticket was $98 coming from the States to Ecuador. And I thought, I can't go across country in the United States for that kind of money, but I can come all the way to Ecuador, all the way down below the equator, all the way to South America. path to freedom for me, greater freedom, time freedom. That's why I can be sitting here in the morning shelling cacao seeds, because I'm getting ready to make some cacao extract. One of my internet friends on my social media hit me to the cacao extract, and I said, I'm on it. I went to the market, I put my outside clothes on and went. But I thought this is a great opportunity for me to do some marketing, perhaps. Maybe that's what I call it. I'll call it marketing, but to really be able to share the real life costs of freedom or greater freedom. So the umbrella house, let me just really talk about the numbers of it. And I pulled them up on my other screen so that I could really give you the numbers of what it would cost. And, part of this is beginning to create a life for you in somewhere else potentially. And this is for those that may be looking to live abroad, but it could be those that maybe just be looking to take a sabbatical. What would it take for you? What would it cost for you to invest in yourself? A month, 3 months, 6 months. Because of the visa on arrival that Ecuador allows American citizens, you can walk into country with just a passport. If you've got 6 months on your passport, 6 months before the expiration, you can walk in. There's no fee for the initial visa. And then after 90 days, you can apply for an extension. It's about $150, and it's just a payment, and that will extend you an additional 90 days. So you can do 180 days or right at about 6 months in country, very affordably. So if you wanted to add that to your budget, let's say you're planning on 6 months, a 6-month sabbatical to invest in just you, where you owned your time, you could focus, because part of this is strategic. If you were able to have freedom where you owned your life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, what would be the first thing you'd do? Now, our programming is for those who say the first thing I'd do is do some healing work. I'd invest in me. I'd invest in healing from the life that I'm walking away from or taking a sabbatical from. And so our program, our Umbrella House program, is really suited for that demographic of people. But let's say that's the plot that you're instigating, and that Lorana is helping you co-instigate that opportunity for freedom. What would it really cost you? Well, the first thing you'd have to do is get a ticket. Now, you'd have to have your passport, but I'm going to make an assumption that you've already got a passport. Your passport is valid. You've got at least 6 months of travel time. And I'm making a broad assumption that you're coming from Atlanta, because that's the only place I've looked up, because that's where my grandson is. But let's say that were the case. The first thing you'd have to do is you'd have to book a ticket. I looked this morning. I looked at the range of dates, and I realized that on January 12th, the prices start dropping. On tickets. And a one-way ticket. Now, this doesn't cover your return coming back. That's a cost that I'm going to kind of leave dangling, because wherever you may be going, it may be to your new life. It may be taking that time to figure out where you need to go and strategizing and doing the coordination to make that happen. It could mean staying abroad. Ecuador has a very high cost of living and a high standard of living, but a low cost of living. So for individuals who are looking for that, or as a means for how do I get free right now, then that's going to be a lingering cost. But I looked, and currently, right this minute, 10 minutes ago, a one-way ticket on the 12th of January, going from Atlanta to Guayaquil with the taxes and everything included, is $65.98. $65.98. That's the cost of a regular meal. That's less than the cost of lunch in Midtown Atlanta. I know, because on one of the last trips last year, the first of last year, or maybe the end of the year, a year ago, I went and arrived, and we went to lunch at a Thai place, my daughter and my grandson, and we had soup. And she had a salad, and it was almost $100. It was just a few cents shy of $100. So $65 and change, let's say $66. Let's just round it off. Now, that doesn't include things like luggage. That's backpack and travel. Luggage, you'd have to add about $55 per piece of luggage that you were going to bring. And so that could increase your cost a little bit. But it would take you $65 to get on a plane, leave North America, pass by South America, Central America altogether, and arrive in Ecuador. From that point, our programming takes over. From the time you step foot into Ecuador, someone's there waiting for you. They're waiting for you to guide you, because you're not in Cuenca yet, but you're on your way. And someone's there to greet you and to guide you from there to Cuenca. But that's included in the programming. That's included in the cost of what our program offers. And then the first thing that you do, you come in, you rest, we feed you. And you start with healing. Individuals that come into our program spend either the first week or the first month, depending on the intensity that they're ready for, in training. Not just learning, but doing the actual work of healing. Learning the social tech process that governs our community. Not only governs our community, but gives us the foundation so that as conflicts come up, because it's life, it's real life. It's not utopia, it's not perfection. We're real people with real issues. But it gives you the equipping so that as life comes up, we have a way to deal with conflict in a way that brings us to resolution, that brings us to healing. And so what does that look like in cost? Well, it depends on how long you're staying, but let's talk about 3 months. 3 months, you would be able to own your time. You'd be able to own your time 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, provided that you have the capacity to pay the costs in full. For individuals that may still be working, taking a sabbatical may not be realistic, but we're talking about what it would cost you to actually be free. And when I pulled up the rate sheet, it's online. It's pretty transparent. We're real clear about what it cost, the dollars and cents of it, the cost for your housing, the training, the ongoing support, because that's part of the program, the weekly ongoing coaching and healing support that comes a part of the program. A 3-month sabbatical, 3 months, where the only thing you'd have to do is feed yourself. And I'll talk about that expense in a minute. But 3 months in our program, if you were staying at the International Welcome Center, in our way station house, which is the facility house that I'm sitting in currently, that cost would be $3,988.66. So a little under $4,000. But what if you needed a bigger break from life? And so I pulled up the rate sheet for 6 months of you owning 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, committed to making healing your first priority, but free to just rest, regroup, and revision your life, and begin making a plan towards transitioning to that life that you re-envision. The cost, $5,477.32. That's less than $5,500. Well, Lorana, but there's other expenses in real life and all of that. Yep. Can't deal with the cost that you come into the programming with, but I can give you a pretty accurate cost of what it costs to live within the program. But what's not included? Well, then there's food, transportation. We estimate for people that if they want to have a functional budget, comfortable, doable, not overly generous, but practical, realistically, about $250 a month in disposable income is enough to be able to eat well, to be able to get around town, to be able to afford some of the luxuries and entertainment that's available here within the community. Monthly trips to the spa, that's what's on my budget, usually most months. And so about $250 in addition to this is about what that would take at a minimum. And you can always spend above and beyond that. Take taxis everywhere. That'll nickel and dime you throughout the month and increase your budget. But we live in a community that has a very integrated public transportation system, and even transportation with private transportation is not that expensive. But if you figure about $250 a month, if your goal is what's the quickest, fastest way I can get to freedom, time freedom, where I am back in control and own 24 hours of my day, 7 days a week, how much do I need for that to happen? And the amount would be $5,477.32 to take a 6-month sabbatical here at the International Welcome Center. That plus about $250 a week to be able to do your regular grocery shopping and just moving around within the community. You can do the math. A $66 plane ticket would be enough to be able to buy you a path to freedom. Part of this work is about getting free in all the ways that matter, financially, time, but most importantly, mentally and spiritually. You could get free and own your time, but if you're not healing your mind and your spirit, the time would then be spent doing things that could be counterproductive to your well-being. You'd be filling your time differently. You might be filling your time with what I call the drugs of choice, the behavioral drugs of choice, things that really are just supporting the ego, hiding the damage, pretending, faking it, wearing masks through life. This work is about helping you to undo that. And I think a lot of times people think freedom is expensive, and the reality for me has been freedom was a whole lot cheaper than I imagined. What would it take for you to be able to own your life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Let's talk about the real practicalities of that. You'd have to have a roof over your head. You'd have to have food on the table. You'd have to have some sense of economic stability, the ability to continue to afford that. And you'd have to know what that cost is that you were trying to afford. And here in Ecuador, I realized that at a minimum, it's about $750 a month. That rate for our 6-month live away healing sabbatical here in our center and our co-living spaces, $5,477.32. Now that's for a private suite. It's a little bit cheaper if you're in a semi-private, one of our semi-private rooms. But that's with a private suite here, $5,477.32. That's what it would cost you for the next 6 months to own your time. It's not a solution for everyone. It's a solution for some who has access to $5,477.32 and about $250 a month of supplemental income. Maybe it's in savings. Maybe it's money that you pull out of savings to be able to invest in yourself. Maybe you've got sufficient passive income to be able to afford that, because we'll break down the cost in some cases on a monthly basis. Some of the expenses can be costed monthly. So if you've got monthly income streams, you can cover that. We can talk about those kinds of details because we've got a plan for it. But if you feasibly in 6 months could earn that kind of money, you could own your life 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Freedom's not that expensive, but getting free requires us to do the work. And so the umbrella program is one of the programs that I'm really excited about, because again, if you don't know what your freedom costs, what are you working towards? You know, it's kind of like saying, will you ever get there? If you're on a trip and you don't know where you're going, will you ever arrive? I'm pretty particular about my planning. I want to know where I'm going. I got some preparations made for the way. Well, if we're going to the new paradigm, what preparations are you making? Are you going to keep living the lives that you're living? Are you going to keep living in the ways? Are you going to keep doing the same thing that you've been doing? How's that working for you? If it's working for you, keep doing it. But for those that it's not, healing might be the answer. For those interested in considering it, I wanted to be able to share that healing's not that expensive. The work that we do is hard work, and I'm not going to do it for you. I don't do healing work for anybody. Your healing work has got to be your responsibility. You can't delegate it. You can't find a substitute or a surrogate to come do it for you. You have to do the work yourself, but creating an environment for you to do that work is part of the work of the International Welcome Center. It's part of the work of Repioneering Church. It's saying this is the spiritual work that we need to be doing, and we need to be doing it first. But how? How do I get off that hamster wheel? For many, life is expensive. For many, $5,477.32 does not seem practical for living the next 6 months free. What if you wanted to invest in you for the next 6 months? What would that cost? And so I wanted to share that in real time. I'm going to go back and edit this video and put some of the flyer information and some of these numbers so you can see them. A 1 month stay with the programming is $29.96. For 3 months, it's $3,988.66. And for 6 months, it's $5,477.32. Those are our current rates. That's the current rate at the International Welcome Center. They're slightly different at the Umbrella House, plus or minus just a few dollars. Let me look at that spreadsheet and show. The Riverview Umbrella House, our newest house, those numbers look like $5,396. So it's a few dollars difference just in the different costing of the houses, but under $5,500 for 6 months to be able to take time to invest in you, to invest in your healing, and then taking time to invest in creating that life that comes out of that kind of clarity and rest. What do you want for your life? What do you want your life to be like? And do you really believe that that's the life you should be living? That's your commitment. The Umbrella House program, the Umbrella House focus this year of our Heal Together programming is for you. I encourage you to reach out. It's that simple. Reach out. Tickets are $66. That's what it would cost you to make your way to Ecuador to participate in our healing-centered programming. I know a lot of people are having economic crisis, but if you're having crisis, $66 is really close to what is possible. Figuring out a way to make another way for your life, figuring out a way to change. Healing is the best preparation for that. And so I'm encouraging you to think about it. Do the numbers. Can you live the next 6 months on $5,500 and have the healing support to be able to do the healing and the transformation that comes as a result of doing deep healing work? There's videos you can see, some of the others who've come and some of their testimonies. This season in my podcast, I'm sharing more about the testimonies of those who are in the work, doing the work, living lives and transforming their lives into healing first centered living. But part of this is each one's journey is different. We all move at a different pace, different speed. For those that are looking to move into this new paradigm equipped with tools for healing, support in doing the work of healing, here's an opportunity. And ticket prices are making it quite affordable right now. I'm doing booking for 2026. We've got spaces available and ready for you. We got the light on. We're leaving the light on for you. The next step is up to you. It's to decide how badly you want freedom. What would you do to be able to own your time? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What would you then go do with that life? If you were free to go do the things that were meaningful, that you were passionate about, that you felt called to do, what would that life look like? Do you currently have a path to that? Because that's what this work is all about. It's about a path to freedom. True freedom in life where your life becomes the life you really want to live. And healing is the key. We can't take our old baggage into a new paradigm and expect to have a different paradigm. And so this is about making that change. And I thought, let me take the opportunity because maybe the folks don't know how cheap freedom really is. There's a whole lot more that I could say, but I won't belabor the point. I'll leave it at that and leave you some information, kind of like breadcrumbs that lead you somewhere if your quest is freedom. And this is for those that are serious about it. If freedom is becoming your non-negotiable and you didn't before now have a way of figuring out what that costs, I'm here to share with you. It costs a $66 plane ticket and the ability to have about $5,500 for a 6-month sabbatical. That includes your healing. That includes the healing vacation retreat that we offer. That includes your housing. That includes your utilities. That includes your internet. That includes your housekeeping. The only thing not included is your groceries and your transportation cost and your play money. And so about $250 a month would give you complete freedom in a really, really wonderful, heart-centered place that stays in perpetual spring year-round at just about 2 degrees south of the equator, up in the Cajas Mountains, the Andes mountain range at about 8,000 feet. It's a very heart-centered and culturally rich environment. It's a big city, about 700,000 residents in this community. It has access to affordable health care. It has access to art and culture and food and music and entertainment and beauty. And so if freedom is part of what is becoming the non-negotiable in your life, I encourage you to start with healing. If you need help, feel free to reach out. You can email us, friends@nowastedtime.com. That's our collaborative umbrella and website, nowastedtime.com. So friends@nowastedtime.com. You can find out more information about the center, the International Welcome Center. Our website is globalundergroundrailroad.com, www.globalundergroundrailroad.com. I'll put more information in the description. Feel free to follow my social media, either Instagram, Sustainable Lorana at Instagram, or you can find me, Lorana Hughes, on Facebook, or I Am Lorana on YouTube. Bunch of information, bunch of free resources, our training resources. We try not to hoard the information. So if finances are a barrier to healing, it's not. There's free resources that will take you through some of our basic training. If you're serious about your healing, start doing the work. That's what says you're serious enough. Start doing the work. And in order to do that, we facilitated that. The videos are there. If you go to nowastedtime.com, there's a link to free video resources. You can go there, get your journal out, and start doing the work. But if you'd like to come do that work with us here in person, come live and heal together in our intentional community here in one of our umbrella houses, reach out. Reach out. We provide an affordable way to do that thing that's going to help us transform and heal community, and that is healing first. That is my message today. I'm going to consider this marketing what we do here. What do you do here, and who would you like to have come? Those who are searching for freedom and who believe that healing first is the best strategy that we can use to move into this new emerging paradigm. That's what I'm sharing today. NoWastedTime.com or GlobalUndergroundRailroad.com. Feel free to reach out on any of those social media platforms or send an email, friends@NoWastedTime.com. Join us in the Healing First movement. Until then, live life fully today. Cacao from Ecuador. Have a good day. Thanks for letting me share. Bye.